Dalip, thank you so much for joining us. What is your first reaction to Saif Ali Khan being stabbed inside his house?
Well, a very good afternoon to you, and thank you so much for inviting me on your channel, albeit under some very disturbing circumstances. The first reaction was, of course, of complete shock, and I'd like to say that I just heard it on your channel that Saif is out of danger. I call him Cubby in friendship because I've worked with him in many movies, and I nicknamed him Cubby because he's Tiger Pataudi's son, and Tiger's anyway. So I'm very glad to hear that he's out of danger, and I wish him a speedy recovery. And though this incident has been very, very shocking, and clearly it's a complete disintegration of the security agencies and the law and order situation, which seems to be going from bad to worse, very unfortunately. And in an area like Bandra, where there is supposedly heightened security and supposedly a posh area and an area where a lot of celebrities live. It's a very sad situation and really needs to be examined extremely thoroughly, is what I can say right now. I don't want to speculate into the whodunit and how it happened because the investigative agencies are doing that. Suffice to say that it is once again a very, very shocking situation. And it's just happening so... It seems to be, there's so much, it's happening so often nowadays that it's a cause for concern.
It's a cause of concern, definitely. Mr. Tahil, have you ever had the chance of visiting Saif Ali Khan at his residence? How do you feel when in a high-rise building an intruder jumped inside the building and entered the house? There must be a lot of security arrangements near the residence. Have you had any such experience yourself?
I have not visited Saif at his current residence, which is Sadhguru, but I've been to his other residences, the other one in Bandra. And there is a heightened security wherever, Saif lives for the obvious reasons, because he's a high-profile celebrity. And on the face of it, there is a lot of security. There seem to be a lot of people around who are responsible for the security for precisely something like this. But then something like this happens, so it's a complete failure. I mean, you begin to question the fact that who are these people who are responsible for the security agencies that that charge vast sums of money to secure people's safety, the safety of their families. And then something like this happens. But when something like this happens, it's a complete failure of the security. So, I mean, whatever the security arrangements may look like on the surface, obviously, there's a complete lack of genuine protection, is what I'd like to say.
Right.
And,
right.
And this happens repeatedly. It's happening in Bandra. It's happening all over the city. That, there are people who are supposedly in uniform, who are walking around, and I'm not talking about the police. The Bombay police is highly efficient and a very, very good, and they're a very efficient organization. So I'm not talking about the police, but I'm in particular mentioning the security agencies, which are the security guards, which seem to be in all the buildings around in the Mumbai area, and they obviously aren't up to what they claim to be, because that is the big question, is that what is the building security doing if somebody, as I'm hearing on the news, obviously it was an intruder or more than one person. I don't know at this stage, but you all know better. But the fact is that somebody has intruded his premises, his house, where his children live and where he lives. So that is of huge concern and extremely troubling and disturbing.